Ladies and gentlemen, this is your show Up Close and Personal. This show is specially made by the NBC and Limelight Entertainment to discover together our local and international artists. Today, as you can see, it's a different setup. Kuda Arts Centre will meet a young pianist I discovered on social media. His name is Rahul Suntah, and he's just an amazing pianist. Why not, before we meet him, we listen to his song, a number called Gemini. I promise you a show that's going to inspire you today. Ladies and gentlemen, he's here. Rahul, how are you?
Hi, Jerry. Thanks for having me.
You know, I've been looking for you for ages. You were abroad, Mauritius, and finally we're here.
Yes, finally.
Now we have to know, the whole nation have to know what a talented young man you are. But first of all, introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Rahul Suntah. I present myself. I'm a composer, music producer, and pianist. I actually did my studies in Mauritius at the Conservatoire of Frédéric Chopin, and then I went abroad to pursue more music studies. And here we are now.
You started at what age?
I was 8 years old.
8 years old. And you knew then that you wanted to play music, you found your love in music?
I loved music, not yet that I wanted to do a career in this, but my mom is, obviously, like my parents inspired me to, they encouraged me to pursue music as, because like every student has a hobby, first of all, and then obviously afterwards is when I discovered that I wanted to do a career in it.
Now, you know what? Of course, you want to play piano, and of course, studies was very important.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. So, how did you manage studying and piano? Because like, what you do is just like lots of concentration and training.
Yeah, actually, when I was still studying in school, I didn't actually keep up. I didn't actually continue. I stopped, which is quite surprising for a lot of people. But yeah, no, it was very hard because obviously Mauritius is quite difficult to think about a career in music. So I stopped for a while, the piano, and focused on my studies. Then after I finished my HSC is when I realized this is what I love doing, and I'm going to try to pursue a career in this. So.
But studying and a bit of piano never hurt anybody. It just relaxes you.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. So what I did is, I stopped music conservatory because it was a bit too rigorous. The classical training was too much for me. I couldn't keep up. But I played by myself at home, and I think this is when I made the most progress, because in the style that I do. Because that's when I discovered exactly what I like, and that's where everything started. Yeah.
So you've got a unique style. You don't copy, you create your own style. How do you do that? Did you sleep and think, tomorrow I'm going to try this?
No, of course not. No, lots of, it all started in university when I went abroad to study. I actually did my studies in music. I did my studies in music technology first. That's where all this idea came from, because in music technology, this is exactly what I'm doing with the piano. I'm blending piano and music technology. This is when I discovered, looping and all this sort of technology, and I was thinking, but if I use that with a piano, like a classical acoustic piano, I could do something unique and creative.
Now, who inspired you? Who inspired you to play the piano and to be who you are today?
Yeah, I would say, the first artist that inspired me as an artist would have to be, I would say, Michael Jackson,
really?
Queen, all these showmen, because I think I'm kind of a showman as well when I play the piano. Like Hans Zimmer as well in terms of as a composer. But then later on is when I discovered more pianists, because it's not very common for pianists to do that, because it's becoming a trend now, but it wasn't before. So I remember I discovered the piano guys. There was Peter Benz as well from Europe, who was doing all this. They were like literally desacralizing the piano and making it more modern, and blending it with, because I believe classical music and popular music, there's no division. There's a lot of common influences between them. Yeah.
Now, who are your biggest influential in music? I know you said you started by loving Michael Jackson and all that.
I would have to say, Michael Jackson, there's Queen, there's Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer I look up a lot, especially you can hear him in my music. There's also Coldplay, and I really like.
Coldplay's great.
Of course. Yeah.
Yes. Now, you've decided to play piano, and your parents are supporting you, and is the training, you have to concentrate. What you do is different from others.
Yeah,
so are the trainings really, really strainful?
Yeah, unfortunately, because what's really difficult with what I do with the piano is there's a lot of technology involved, and you have to always prepare in advance a lot. Even then today, when we did the setup, there's a lot of time taken. There's a lot of time in preparing the setup and make sure everything is working in the technology side. The looping, the sounds, and the backing tracks, all that. Yeah.
And what an honor to have you today. We interrupted your rehearsal. You've got a big concert coming up on the
Yes.
17th?
17th of September.
September coming up, and you're training, so we came in, burst in and attacked you straight away.
Yeah.
You're going to perform now. You're going to perform for us. I'm sure the viewers want to know, want to see you, what you do. And what I appreciate with you is your style. You stand up in your hands and you really get into it. So the next performance is going to be Paradise Island.
Paradise Island.
Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax and enjoy. He's an amazing artist and I'm very, very proud, we're very proud to be with him today. Rahul Suntah, and of course his second performance, Paradise Island. I told you you were going to be impressed today. Rahul Suntah, and of course his second performance today, Paradise Island. And when we were talking about before we were watching you, your style, you stand up in your hands and you really get into your work.
Yeah.
Now I've got a question for you. From some of the piano students, how do you work with different learning styles and what's your approach to teaching beginners? Are you teaching also beginners yet?
Yeah, I do actually, yeah. I did a few training in London for teaching, and now when I came back to Mauritius, I'm teaching some students as well.
So the first part, how do you work with different learning style? Because your style is different and you bring something new all the time.
Yeah. I honestly, I just listen to the song, and for me, but the piano is such a versatile instrument that it just comes straight away. But the fact that you can reproduce so many sounds, when you listen to the original song, whether it's a cover or an original, if it's a cover, it's very automatic. Just listen to the sounds and what can be done inside the piano. But that's also very important because if it's, I don't know, for example, there's certain songs that might be too difficult to reproduce. So that's where listening is extremely important. And in terms of composition, I would say it's the same. It's just a lot of listening and a lot of inspiration, depending on my mood. Yeah, there's so much going on actually. Yeah.
So there you go, you have it. Now let's talk about England. Let's talk about your experience when you went there and you went for your first training. How was it for you?
It was a very interesting experience because I really needed that because it was the period where I was able to break free a bit and discover what I really liked as a musician. And for the first few years is when I discovered this, all this. And I did a few experiments, and this is when my performance setup was born. And then I remember I did a few videos that went viral on social media, and yeah, that's how everything started. But yeah, for me, as an individual, it was a very much needed experience because it allowed me to grow not only as a person but as a musician. Yeah.
Yeah. We see. Do you, when you're playing, do you get inspired and create things while you're playing, or is it everything is well rehearsed before? Do you ad lib or do something different? Say, oh, let me try this while I'm doing it, or what you learn is what you do.
You mean during performance?
When you're performing, like if you get inspired, say,
it can happen. Yeah, it can happen when there are specific moments in the songs or the originals that I improvise. It depends if I can already prepare the improvisation, or I can just do in the moment. It just comes. That also happens. Yeah. But I'm trying to make it more. Actually, I've been training myself to do a bit more improvisational lately because I think that makes it even more entertaining and better. Yeah.
Now, you said before, your classical was so strenuous. Did you get back to the classical afterwards?
No, never.
Yeah.
For classical, I did for about 7 years in conservatory, but unfortunately, that's when I discovered that this is not what I want to do. I didn't want to become a classical pianist because it was a bit too rigid for me. It was too robotic. I love classical music. I respect classical pianists because it's something that's really difficult to do, but it just depends on who you are. Yeah. That's when I discovered that my style is a style.
You wanted to be you. You wanted to do something new.
Create something a bit more innovative and new and special.
Yeah. And now another question before you're going to do another performance. And please, because I can't pronounce it properly, they're going to laugh at me. You're going to do a little Bollywood number.
Yeah, so the next one is Gulabi Anken and Shape of You, a mashup.
Yeah, but what inspires you to choose the songs?
It has to be, if I love it, it has to be when I listen to it and I feel the spark while listening to the song, and I think, this sounds really good, and that really inspires me to want to try on the piano and do some creative stuff. But for me, like for this one, I like to listen to a lot of Ed Sheeran, and there's been a lot of suggestions for Bollywood. That's when I realized that Ed Sheeran's songs, it was quite similar to Bollywood styles. And I decided to blend these two and create something.
So in the future, are we going to see Rahul play and then you come and do a little dance? If you do Michael Jackson, a little moonwalk? You never know.
Unfortunately not. I'm not going to take it.
We can work together on that, okay? But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, his third performance, Gulabi Akha is his next performance, Shape of You. We all love this song. Ladies and gentlemen, let's enjoy this amazing young musician. you've got an incredible talent. Now we're going to talk about the concert that's happening on the 17th of September right here. Tell us what inspired you to do a concert at Coda Art Centre.
Well, actually, this is my second one. I did one last year that was called Piano Odyssey, and for me, last year was still kind of an experiment to see what was working, and that's when we got the idea of what made it different from my concerts abroad. We got the idea of adding some very interesting visuals that tell a story behind each song, whether it's cover or original, and well, it was very well received. It was sold out, and it was the feedback was really good. So that inspired me to continue on that track, and also. Last year, I demonstrated a few of my originals, so I'm making a new album very soon.
So you've got an album?
Yeah.
Is that going to be your second one, or?
No, my first piano album that I haven't released yet, so it will be released maybe sometime next year. I'm still writing all the songs, and so that's I showed a few ones last year, and I'm adding a bit more this year. So it's my first piano album, and it's a bit more authentic and raw and real, which is about me, which is about about going through difficult times and getting back up stronger. This is the whole thing of the album. And I will be revealing the title of the album.
Oh, I thought you was going to do it today.
No,
Uploads and personal exclusivity.
It's exclusive to all the audiences of the concert. Yeah.
Now, you're talking about the album. If you had the chance to work with a musician, any artist, who would it be and why?
In Mauritius?
Anywhere.
Anywhere.
Mauritius?
Stop me.
Okay, you know what? Let's start with international, and then we'll come to Mauritius.
Okay, because that's going to be long. Definitely Hans Zimmer. All the ones all the inspirations. Obviously, Michael Jackson isn't here, but I would have loved that. Hans Zimmer, Coldplay, the pianist that I said, Peter Benz, and the piano guys, amazing. In Mauritius. Ed Sheeran as well.
I was just how come you forgot Ed Sheeran?
Because Ed Sheeran is really, because he does looping as well, which kind of inspired me as well. In Mauritius, I would say, well, all the covers that I really liked. So maybe Sky to Be, there's Shiny, there's Big Frankie. I would love to do something.
Really, you would like a little Ulmatak Frankie?
Yeah.
Your version.
Yeah, why not? I'm sure it's going to...
He's watching this right now, he will love it. Very good friend of mine.
Okay.
And so you play the piano. Have you ever considered accompanying somebody singing?
Yeah, of course.
You've done it before?
I've done it abroad. Yeah. In Mauritius, not so much, but why not? I would love to. I'm trying to get into it, because we can create something interesting as well. There's
So this, on the 17th, what we saw today is only a little hint, and there's more. So you're keeping big surprises for the 17th of September, here at Coda Art Centre. And we've talked about an artist that you would like to work with. You've said a few names, and even Mauritian one, which is very, very good. It's a big surprise a bit later on. We'll keep that for the last performance. In the meantime, we've got a little clip that Rahul brought for us to watch together. Let's check it out. Thank you for taking time. I know you were in rehearsal today. We came in, you were like concentrating on the piano. I went and interrupted you. But now, you know, the show is called Up Close and Personal. Now we have to know you a bit better. All right, let's start with like some very, very funky questions. Who is your favorite female singer?
Female singer?
You got 4 seconds to answer this.
Very.
All right.
There's a lot I like, but it just doesn't come to mind. But I really like Mariah Carey.
Yeah. Good choice.
Yeah.
I can see her.
Because I really like her vocal control, like her voice and all.
And
there's also Beyonce as well.
Why not?
Yeah, Beyonce.
And your favorite male singer?
Male singer.
Apart from Michael Jackson?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's not here, so. The current singers.
Any?
Yeah, anyone. Well, Ed Sheeran. Why not Ed Sheeran?
Yeah. What cheers you up?
What cheers me up? A good joke.
A good joke?
Yeah.
Pity I don't know any. Now, what do you cry when you watch sad movies? And what movie did you last see and really touched you? Okay, not even tears, but touched you.
Definitely, yeah. Movies like movies that shattered me, that made me cry. Definitely like Interstellar, La La Land. Unfortunately.
Really, La La Land.
Yeah, La La Land.
Okay.
Which has I really like the composer as well and the music. Yeah, please. So I can't. I've never been able to watch it for a second time because I know I'm gonna cry again.
Okay. I gotta see this. I can't believe that. I mean, you're that young person and you're still like, it's rare to see. It's a beautiful side of you. If you were to choose a Bollywood actor and actress, and you're in the movie with them, who would you choose? And what type of movie would it be?
What type of
Music.
I really like Shah Rukh Khan, definitely, or Hrithik Roshan. What type of movie? Depends. If it's Hrithik Roshan, action movie.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, and Shah Rukh Khan, yeah, probably comedy. Yeah, 'cause, yeah.
Good. What makes you happy? Right, you went to England in Mauritius, so what do you like best about Mauritius?
Mauritius. I think for Mauritius, it's mainly the family and friends, but also, the beaches.
Beaches, yes,
Obviously.
of course.
It's a bit cliche, but this is a part of it that I really like. For family and friends, and also that we are also. I realize lately that people are very open-minded and much more, because it's such a multicultural country. We're all getting along. There's no racism and all that.
Would you consider going back to England if you were given a good contract? Would you leave Mauritius and go back to England? Aha.
Not
thinking
sure anymore.
You gave me that thinking mood there.
Because unfortunately, it's one of the reasons I came back is because I didn't get a feeling they liked my style there, because I'm so varied and so
Yeah, but the
diverse.
thing is that, like, up close and personal, the whole nation will be watching this, and they will learn, they will see you. They have to the experience of you, and then you get really into it.
Yeah.
Your future goals?
My future goals will be to try and bring this performance setup, this performance style, this whole concert, try to bring it abroad. So we already have a few. We're already starting it actually. We've got a few.
Good. I can see you doing that actually. I can see you.
So next, that's actually Piano Fantasia is the template for lots of shows that I'm planning in Mauritius and abroad. So next one, I'm really hoping we can make it. We're in talks for playing it in Mumbai in India. So
good. I wish you could.
I really hope that we can.
I think you do very, very good. Now you have loads of fans, including my little niece who is learning from Catrabon, from your ex-teacher at the moment.
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
What advice can you give them? All these young people watching you, getting inspired by you. What can you tell them?
I think definitely don't be afraid to be you, be unique, because it's very easy to get. It's very tempted to follow the trend, the crowd. Don't do that. Especially if you're going to do a career in music, it has to be your own sound. So you have to be you and your own unique sound. So don't be afraid to be different and weird.
There you go. You've heard it, and of course, it's just like you. You play the piano, but you brought your own style, and it's something different that everybody's going to find out. And now we're going to talk about this big concert. I know it's going to be lots of songs. You didn't give us everything today. We didn't expect that. Okay, but at least you gave us some amazing performance.
But the ones that are playing will be in the concert.
Yeah,
obviously.
but plus many more. Now, is there anything you can tell me what's going to be? We're expecting
in the concert. There will be lots of new originals from my album that I haven't yet played on social media anywhere, so it's going to be exclusive for them. There's going to be some insane visuals in the background that's it's going to improve it a lot, and it's such an audiovisual immersive experience.
So you're going, like, everybody's going to be there. They're going to go through the experience together with you.
So it's kind of I kind of think of it as a journey. So I hope they like it.
So I hope you come back when the album is out. You come back again. We can listen to it and together. And a last word. Remind all your fans the date of the concert and where it's going to be. Yeah.
So it's at Code Center here on the 17th of September at 7:30 p.m.
7:30 p.m. at 17th of September. You know what? This is the most unusual interview I've ever done, but it's cool when you're there. I think it's cool and relaxed. Anyway, thank you very much for taking time.
Thank you for having me.
We came here and just jumped on you, and you were very kind to spare us some time, even during your rehearsal. I wish you all the best, the whole team of MBC. Thank you so much. And of course, Limelight Entertainment, Maison Sacha, MAC Cosmetic Mauritius, thank you so much for making this show possible for young artists, local and international, to come and show their talent. In the meantime, you're not going to leave us just like that. The big surprise, we were talking about the different style that you do, and now we're going to go back to Mauritius. Yeah. And for your last performance, you've chosen Sky to Be.
Yeah.
Why Dodo Baba?
I just love this song. To be honest, it's been on my repeat ever since it came out, like, I think it was 5 years ago. But I just love it. It's such a good vibe, and I think it's really, honestly, as a musician, when I analyze it, it's a really well-written song. And yeah, honestly.
And of course, you've made it your own Rahul
Yeah.
style, your spice in it
Yeah.
and everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, Rahul, thank you once more so much. Do not forget, 17th of September, we'll leave you in a beautiful performance. This is Rahul Suntah. So, we did say Dodo Baba, but it's actually a mashup. You're going to love it. And of course, I had such a fun time here. Like I always say at the end of my show, take care, be good, always be good. Rahul Suntah and his Dodo Baba mashup.